Well, it's kind of a shame that you can't control the gain of it, but like I say, you could either detune it a little bit to get the same effect, or you could just use the attenuator on the radio to calm down some of the gain if you get too much.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say earlier, that, I can always control, the signal, whatever, from, one thing of it is, it's going to be a good, clean, I'll have a little bit of noise level, with it, but it's not as scratchy and noisy as it is through the other antenna.
Oh, yeah. Isn't it amazing that you basically just have to have two different antennas, one for receive, one for transmit?
Exactly. And, and back to the old C-line, see, I actually had, just a long wire out there going into a little QRP tuner, into this, into the receiver. And then I had to switch, not band switch, but to, an antenna switch to go between receive and the transmit antenna. Where, with the little Kenwoody here, it just automatically, does all that work for me.
Yeah, that's the only way to go. Right there is have it automatic where you just select it and you're done with it.
Exactly. So like I say, now that with this, whatever, I might want to go out there and experiment, add some wire or play with the, change the shape of it, or, maybe fine-tune the actual loop itself before I'll actually spend the time to bury it.
AB9PF.
Oh, be careful, we're being recorded. WB9GXX Ricky.
Hey, good morning.
Hello, Mike. Hello, Phil. How you guys doing this evening?
It feels much better. That's great day taxes.
There you go. How about yourself?
Doing well. Made a little change on this streaming software, so I'll switch it over and let y'all take a look at that.
Well, I have a question about the audio. I think the video is great. The audio, how you typing that into it?
Yeah, the audio is a little pinched on the low end, so and that's because of the computer. They have a tendency to want to do that, so I got to get some audio software to bring those lows back in.
Okay, yeah, because that other than that, it was fantastic.
Yeah, I listened to it earlier today, and I really liked how it sounded for the most part, but that audio being pinched like that on the low ends really takes a lot away from the quality.
Now, how long can you leave those up? Are they there for forever and ever, or is there a time limit on that?
I guess forever, or until I delete them, so they'll be up there forever.
Wow. Looks to me like they would limit you to how much you could put on there, but if they don't, that's great.
I haven't seen any limits yet, so I'm not 100% sure, but I know I went back and watched videos that have been, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old.
Yes, I've seen them go back at least that far, if not even further. So, like I say, it's neater than peanut butter, though.
I know Dad stepped away from his computer and radio a few minutes ago, and he hasn't come back yet, but I'll get him to join us when he comes back.
You said you'll give him what?
I'll get him to join us on here when he gets back.
Okay. Yeah, I thought maybe once everybody heard that your streaming might get them get them back in here and get them talking.
I know it, and I thought about sending a link to Charlie Mack and Chip and just to mess with them, and I think I even have Hal's number.
Yeah, just get them stirred up. Of course, the house doesn't stay up too late anymore, so you know, and that's probably, you know, he's been going to bed about 10:30 Eastern. So, but yeah, maybe if you did that, maybe they'd say, hey, you know, that might be fun. Let's get back in there.
Yeah, I'll have to do that. Foot slipped off the pedal, but yeah, I enjoy it. It's something to tinker with, and I just enjoy trying to figure this stuff out.
Well, you got a killer signal tonight. I'm listening on the beverage, and you're still 25 over.
Yeah, you're hitting me 25 over, and if you go back and watch this video, I got a Yaesu 1200, so the display on that, I've got streaming on this screen also.
Okay, yeah, I'll check it out after a while.
Well, I think if it's just the Indiana boys for at least 7 days in a row, I think we need to take command of the frequency.
Uh-oh. And we're fighting words, you'll get them all stirred up now.
I used to come down and holler C2 contest, and all of a sudden I can stir it up, but that hadn't worked for a while.
You know, Ricky, I've got beverage antennas up, like 340, 360 feet long, but Phil's got a loop on the ground. It was something that Hal was running across, and Phil, tell me about your loop on the ground and what you're using now for receive.
Yeah, it's and I forget and I don't have the paperwork here in front of me right now, but it's basically a 60-foot loop, and I've got it, in a square configuration, or you can do it in a diamond. It kind of depends on whether you've got the feed point, in the middle of one side of the square or at a corner, where you can pivot it around, and make like a diamond shape. And you make a little transformer, this is receive only, you can't transmit on it. And a small little transformer, and I beat it with 75 ohm coax, because the specifications for that transformer is based on 75, from the loop to 75 ohm. And there you go, the Kenwood 2000, here's got a little RCA plug for a receive antenna. And it is amazing, like I say, without the preamp or whatever, basically right now it's zero noise. I mean, nothing, and you guys would be throwing me about, 5 or 6 or something like that. And, but with this, had an old preamp I found, I used years ago, decades ago, and I put it in line today. I had to put an F connector on it, do a little work on it, just clean it up. And well, boy, man, it's really brought it to life. But boy, it sure makes all the static crashes and stuff disappear.
WB9GXX.
J9U.
AB9PF. Well, that's pretty good if it can make all the static crashes disappear. That's worth it right there. I know this time of year they seems to be pretty bad, but that's pretty wild. I know it said it's on the ground, but you don't actually have that laying on the ground, do you?
Oh yeah, it's laying on the ground, and like I say, now with the preamp, I want to do, maybe go back to the diamond. I've done the diamond one time, and now lately been putting it in the squares. But as I fine-tune on this, it's easy to take up and all. Like I had to mow today, so I just, take it up, and then I just take some little 1-inch staples and corner it, but once I figure out, how I like it, or maybe if I want to add a little more to the lap or whatever, by winter I'll have it buried.
That's pretty wild. Yeah, and you said it's only 60-something feet long?
Yeah. It's, you got 4 15-foot sides.
Well, that's not very big at all. Just about anybody can do that. I'll have to look into that. Once you get that buried, I'm curious to see how it'll react.
Yeah, and again, there's a lot of antennas, transmit antennas are, in the ground. That's not uncommon.
Sorry about that. Dad hollered at me, and see if I can entice him to come back on here.
Well, he's old. He's probably getting ready to go to bed.
I'm glad you said it, not me.
I can say it because I'm old, and I can't really stay up anymore. And Phil there tells me that I shouldn't be staying up. He says we need to get to bed by about 11:30 to midnight.
Well, no, not necessarily now. My thing of it is you just need to make sure you're trying to eliminate naps through the day. And like I say, if you wanted to sleep, 3 a.m. to 10 a.m., the thing is to just pick you about 7 hours and use it at the same time every day.
I wanted to take a nap today with all this heat, but I didn't.
Well, I didn't want to either, but I fell asleep at the switch in there. I guess after I was doing good, just didn't really know what we wanted. Everybody wasn't all that hungry. We had a huge breakfast, and so I ended up having some chili frozen in the freezer. So I had chili, ate that chili and whatever, and watched them, kind of disgusted or bored with that race, and then I crashed on the couch. So that's the bad part is I had, maybe an hour and a half, maybe almost, I guess an hour and a half at least, because I missed 2 races.
Well, you missed it, but you didn't miss anything. So, anyway, how was your day, Ricky? Did you go to church?
Yeah, we got up, went to church this morning, and had a good lunch. Came home. I didn't get my nap in either, but I took the trash off. Had a good dinner. Watched a little bit of TV with the kids, and been in here ever since.
Well, good deal. Phil, you were talking about the chicken house. You and Jim were talking about the chicken house last night. Charlotte said that she was good friends with the girl that the parents ran that, and she said she would go over there several times. She'd been over there several times with about a dozen girls, spending the night, and they'd all, of course, they had plenty of chicken to eat.
That's a hoot. Yeah, I'm sure, because, like I say, I guess my last year over there, the last couple of years, I eat at least once a week for lunch or for supper, kind of depend on, how my classes was going.
Well, I figured you'd think it was neat that she used to be buddies with one of the girls over there.
Yeah. And, oh, my goodness. Like I say, it was a neat place, especially that old, before they had that big addition on it, it was just a little hole in the wall.
It's probably gone now.
I don't know. But it was a big old, like an old cowboy saloon bar in there and whatever, and backdrop. It was kind of a rustic place.
Still talking about the chicken house?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still there. I ate there about 4 years ago, and still got pretty good food.
Yeah, I tell you what. Hey, what year were you over at US, Mike?
Oh, geez. I'd say probably around 75.
Okay, so there probably still wasn't no food on there then, huh? another out of a machine. Because I guess it was there about the third year before they actually built it. You know, that cafeteria and that addition and that wing. And the thing, you know, you had to either go down to Spring Street or there wasn't even no fast food joints on Great Line Road in early 70s. And that's when we got used to going up there because it was quick, you know, it was quick from the campus. We could get there and get a whole bunch of food for cheaper than it was going down on Spring Street.
Well, when I went there, I was going part-time, so I'd have like early morning classes after I got off from work at WHS or something like that. And so, you know, I wasn't worried about food. Once I hit my classes, I went home, went to bed.
Well, I got you. You had those morning classes, and so anyway, I can tell you it was, you know, it was like a job for me because I was trying to get through as quick as I could. You know, I'd get there about 8 o'clock, and depending on what if I had a early evening class, you know, I would. You know, so I usually would eat at least one meal out a day over there.
Did you go straight there after high school?
Yeah, exactly. I went straight in there and I had to go one extra semester because of some idiot part-time professor who never got to go by. He messed with about 8 or I don't know, 8, 11, maybe 8, 10, 11 of them. We had to go one extra semester to get our degree because of one class.
Wow. Well, yeah, I never got a degree out of it. I got, I don't know, it was 40 or 50 credits, and then I said, the heck with that. I was too busy flying.
Yes, I hear you. I hear you.
You know, speaking of places to eat, you know, who would have thought Southside would have went belly up? I mean, you know, you would have thought that one's been there forever.
Yeah, but you know, you know, God bless the family. I'm sure they got out with a pocket full of money based on their sales. But you know, prices were always so reasonable, but they made up for it with volume. You know what I mean? They stayed busy, they served a lot of people, and probably had a small margin, you know, a smaller than quote normal profit margin. So, you know, they family sold it. People come in there, first thing, started messing with the recipes. The food started tasting different, and the prices went up. And you know, and typical, you know, new owners will just, instead of running it the same way and making sure you keep the people that are there, they see, well, we can make more money out of this, and then they kill it. All the time in the business.
Yep, WB9GXX.
NJ9U.
AB9PF.
AB9NA. Hey, Jim.
There's Grandpa.
Good morning. As a matter of fact, it is exactly morning. I've been listening here for just a little bit. Sounding very good tonight. Everybody is.
You're loud on top of the hill, Jim.
Well, everybody's loud here too. Yep. And you know, I was telling earlier, Jim, I said, you know, if them Alabama boys, if us Indiana boys can control the frequency for a week, I just think we need to take it over. We might have to, because they've been spiking here lately. Ain't been in there too much. Like I say here earlier, a lot of times, last month was enough working, holler about 8:30 or 9 o'clock. I haven't heard the early bunch yet. Yeah, last week, several evenings, I listened to the early group, and sometimes they wouldn't get started a quarter 20 after before everybody get in there. So a lot of times Hal gets in there with them, and Bill does down there too. But I don't know. There ain't been many. There's a lot of nights there ain't nobody on this frequency ever. But Mike's been gone too, so.
You think I stir them up?
I think you might stir them up sometime.
I'm trying. I hate for all my buddies just to go off into La La Land and then we lose the frequency.
Well, I would need somebody to keep it busy. I got a big mouth and I'm good for that.
I agree.
Speaking of Jerry, where's he at?
He went to bed early this evening.
I haven't heard him forever.
Yeah, if you call him out of the weeds, I think. He listens a lot. Don't key up. Who's it? Jerry up in Jeffersonville. I think that's who you're talking about. I ain't about him forever.
Yeah. Jim, did you hear Phil's explanation of his receive antenna that he's got at his house now on the ground?
What'd you say Phil was talking on the receive antenna?
No, I was saying Phil's got a little receive antenna that he's got on the ground, and he's able to eliminate all the noise and stuff. And I didn't know if you were privy to that conversation. He was telling Ricky about it about 20 minutes ago.
I was not. I got one question about it though. Is it laying right on the ground or is it elevated slightly above it? On the ground. I got it. From 1.5 inch staples, whatever, on the corners, and it's from that page. I got this. Hal was the one that found this thing first. I've read about a type of hearing antenna before, like that, and it sounds just like it. And they made it right on the ground too, and it worked. It really. It received good. It didn't get no noise at all, hardly zero, and whatever audio you got, if, you know, sometimes people wouldn't move their needle off of zero maybe, but you still heard them well, you know. I've seen that before too, so. Well, good. How's it working? Pretty good for you? Oh, yeah. I built it. It was, I guess it was back in February maybe. Remember, I hit on the ground when we had that big snow that we had for this year. It picked up great snow on it. And it does well. And then, see, here I'm over here from Providence, and I got 2 sets of the high-powered, good-tension line, you know, cross-country electric lines. And, you know, there's actually, they're kind of in parallel, and they kind of come over the top of Providence to set up their property. One of the tires are probably, I don't know, less than 100 yards from my you know, from a back property line. So, and then I got a tire pole. I got a tire pole on my corner of my lot anyway. So, you know, I've got a lot of static and a whole bunch of noise anyway. And, yeah, this thing's working great. I found an old preamplifier down in the basement that I think it was about a 1965 model or late 60s era. But it's all transistorized, no tubes or nothing in it, and it fired up great, and that's even making it sing a little better. Good. It sounds like he's got it going on over there, Mike. He won't even have a signal on us, but he'll be able to hear us.
Oh, I don't know. Didn't he say without the preamplifier night, or probably about S7?
Yeah, I'll say about that, and 6 or 7, and here, really, I'll take it back in and see what everybody is. But yeah, with it in, everybody's giving me at least a 9.
No, it's not really, Jim. It's you know, it's kind of like, I mean, it sounds pretty good. I mean, I've got the beverage antennas, and mine's not as wide as what he's talking about, but you got a small lot, that's something to consider.
I flew down on my 40-meter dipo or inverted V, and while y'all were talking, just listening on my 40-meter, I had a 7 to 15 over signal on Mike. I had about a 7 or an 8 on Phil, and my noise level floor was falling down to a 3, so probably 40 would be a good place for me to listen at. Not, couldn't talk very well there, but it'd be a good place to listen. You don't hear all that noise.
I've done that before too. That worked. It kept eventually, I'm going to forget and transmit on the wrong antenna.
Yeah, that's it right there. I get late night and stuff, you know how that goes. Sometimes I get up in the morning just to see where I left my radio set at. I amaze myself sometimes.
There you go.
Yeah, with the pre-air off, my needle's not moving. Absolutely nothing. And Mike, both you and Jim there is popping between 5 and 7 without the preamp. And then, like I say, when I kick it in, that bumps that up to about a 7 or 8 to 10 over. Well, that's perfect. No noise level and getting 7 to 8 or 5 to 8 or whatever on us. That's perfect. Couldn't get much better than that. You don't have to listen to all that garbage either, do you? Nope. And like I say, I've got a lot of issues here around here. Still, that's working for me, spectacular. And if you didn't have any, extra noise generators in the neighborhood, oh my goodness, it's like listening to FM at times. Yeah, I can set my RF gain to do similar to that sometimes. It depends. If I can set it to the lowest one I'm hearing, and it takes the noise out too, then I'm in good shape. But if they're in the noise, then I can't do it. Yeah, I hear you. And like I say, it's going to take me quite a bit of operating to like you say, learn how to use my filters and all on the rig with it, whatever, and work it. But like I say, it's fun. It's fun just building it, but Hal's got that paperwork on this, and you build that little transformer and whatever, and probably could just get by with a 4-to-1 balance if you had one. There you go. That'll work on a lot of them. I know that. I've been trying to train Ricky down there, but I don't know if I got much to work with or not.
Train me on what?
All this junk.
There's plenty to work with. You just got to consider the teaching source.
I knew that'd wake him up down there in Paoli.
Yeah, it did. Well, I hate to leave good company, but I'm wilting. And good to hear you, Jim, Ricky, Phil. I'm going to call it quits, and maybe tomorrow night the rest of the gang will show up. WB9GXX.
Yeah, Roger, 99, and like I said, I think I'm going to head out too, because I hear Emily in there cackling about something. She's into something, so I better find out what's going on. 73, catch everybody tomorrow. So, NJ9U will be clear. All right, Phil, Mike, have a good one over that way. AB9NA.
All right, fellas, you have a good night. A pleasure again, AB9PF.
You're coming in loud over here, Ricky.
Yeah, you're hitting me about 20 over.
Yeah, you got real good, strong audio.
Yeah, it's the amp, and I've also got the processor on.
Man, it sounds excellent, I'm telling you. I like it better with it than without it. It's killer.
Yeah, there's with it on, and apparently I have to keep, oh no, I'm on the wrong screen here, and there it is with it off. And I could tell a difference in the monitor, but I'll turn it back on after I unkey.
Yeah, it's better with it on. I mean, you just, with it off, I can still hear you, but I got to listen just a little bit, pay attention. But when you got it on, I can be looking at the computer or something and hear this, a lot louder.
Yeah, it's a lot louder in this monitor here, and I I have the wrong software up running to turn that down, so I'll have to adjust that later on.
Yeah, it sounds good, real good to me. I think it's better with it than without it. I never thought I'd say that, but I believe it is. You definitely don't have to get too loud on it, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm talking at a normal tone here. Actually, I'm kind of quiet, with everybody asleep in the house, so I don't want to wake anybody up, so I'm not speaking real loud.
Well, you don't need to. It's picking you up real loud. Probably this one here is too. I'm not talking real loud in it.
Yeah, it's doing a fine job, and I still want to get the software on here and get this audio situation figured out, because I went back and listened to this video earlier today, and it's I can tell it's pinching them lows off quite a bit, so I had to get some audio software to get that added back in.
AB9NA, right?
AB9PF.
Can you get the software free?
Yeah, I got some software, but it doesn't allow me to do live recordings. I can go back and change what's already been made, so I can't do it live on the fly.
Yeah, okay. Now you'll get it. I guess now we put that key paragraph in there for the splitter on virtual ports. They'll be ready to put into function, and you're thinking then it'll go both ways instead of we're going one way like it is now, hopefully. You have to go through and find it. This thing here walks you through everything from zero to the end of how to operate all the buttons on it, so it's a real good, it's pretty long, but it's a good video. But hopefully that'll be all we have to do to it, and it'll come alive.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll after I get back, we'll mess with all that, get it up and running and everything. I don't think that key is what's keeping it from going both ways. I think that's actual setting within the pan adapter software or in OmniRig software. So I'll have to take a look at that, figure that one out. But putting that key in there will allow both HRD and the pan adapter to run at the same time.
Yeah, you had them both set to run at the same time, but without that key, it wasn't going to do it.
Right. That's why I had to set it up so you could do one or the other, but not both. And now we can do both.
Yeah, when you dropped HRD and went back to COM port 3, it started halfway working.
Yeah, I wish I would have tried that a lot sooner. It seems like that would have saved a lot of time.
Well, whatever, if you'd have thought of it, but, it makes common sense, and neither one of us thought of it.
Yeah, that's like with anything else, it's always the last place you look or the last thing you try.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you'll know more what you're working with this time when you come back next time. And I know it'll be a little while, and that's fine. Because like you got it now, I can pull it up here, and I'm going to pull that video down to the laptop screen, and I'm going to learn how to work that booger.
Yeah, that'll be good. And like you said, I know what I'm working with now. I know what to look up specifically to figure everything out. So I was kind of going in blindly. I mean, I knew a little bit, but now that I know exactly what it's doing and what it's not doing, I know what to look up.
That video guy got saved as the best one I've seen. It's so detailed. It walks you through the whole process. But it's a good one. But I'm going to learn how to work that booger. By the time you get it working, I'll be able to rock and roll, or it should be, after I sit here a couple weeks on it and play around with it and, you know, use this video on YouTube. And I hit pause on it. He tells me about one function, and I'll hit pause, and I'll mess with it and learn what it does and everything. Just go through it. And he goes through most of it, a whole bunch of it, and not all of it, really.
Yeah, if you think about it, get a chance, send me a link to that. I wouldn't mind looking at that. I know I know there's a lot to that software, and I'm really considering installing that. I don't know how much I'll be able to run without that RSP1A that you have, but I like to get around and play with it at least.
Yeah, I don't know either. How do I send you a link?
When you have that video opened up there where it says the web address, right click in that box, and actually you got to highlight the whole web address, right click on it, copy, and then just go to our chat text area and paste it in there and send it.
Okay, I think I got you here, so I'm going to copy. Try it again.
Up there where the web address is, you click in that box and you'll see your cursor flashing. Then you want to hold down, kind of like we did with that key, and start at one end and highlight the whole thing, and then once it's all highlighted, let off your left mouse button and then right click on it and copy. There you go, I just got it.
What, that's a good one. He starts out from the basics, and he goes through all the setup steps, OmniRig and all that stuff too. Goes through everything, and some of it looked a little different. I mean, it's old, maybe, I don't know. But check it out and see what you think. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I opened it up. I think I've seen the first couple minutes of this one, but I never watched it all the way through.
Yeah, he gets into the controls of the, you know, your face little blocks on, you know, and tells you what they do and all that stuff, and how to bring it all up and get it all running, and then how to adjust, how to make your adjustments, and he goes into some stuff.
Yeah, I'll look at that, check it out. Now I'm on ham radio outlet. I'm going to look up about that RSP1A.
He shows you, time he's done, I don't know, I don't remember watching all of it now. So I don't know if he covers the whole thing or not, but I know the top first two panels, the main two there, he goes through most of the functions on them, especially the first one. It tells you how to set everything up, and then it goes to the receive panel, the next one up to the right. Goes through a whole bunch of stuff on there too, telling you what it does and everything, so that'd be good.
Yeah, those first two panels, you know, on the top left-hand corner and the one right next to it, those are your two main panels that do everything. You know, after that, you know, it's all visual, eye candy type stuff.
Well, it's something different, probably different than what you thought it would be, yeah.
It is, and If you noticed when it was opened up, it's got that audio recorder in there, and be kind of curious to see what kind of quality that has.
Yeah, hard telling. I don't know. Well, it depends. You know, if I had the SDR receiving real well, it would probably, I don't know if my adjustments would affect what it recorded or not.
I'm not sure. That'd be something I'll have to mess with and see what all it does. I know now that I'm listening to my radio through my computer, not all the settings on my radio affect what I hear. Some of it does, most of it does actually, but not all of them.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know. We'll have to see on that. But I believe that little bugger will do a lot different stuff.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a lot better than that HDSDR, and the HDSDR is pretty good, especially visually. I didn't get in there and do anything else other than just watch it. So, like I said, I learned a lot about people's audios just sitting there watching that.
AB9NA, lay it again.
AB9PF.
That's something I was wanting to say and I forgot what it was already.
Is it getting too late for you?
Yeah, I think it's heading in that direction. I think I'm going south.
I'll tell you what, it's going to be another hot one like it was today, tomorrow anyways, and then Tuesday's supposed to be really nice.
Yeah, but I cut grass today. It was pretty warm.
Yeah, I got out of the house one time, and that was to go take trash off, and that was enough for me. So it's going to be like that tomorrow, and my boy, well, both kids actually got marching band tomorrow evening from 6 to 8, so hopefully it's cooled off by then, but it's still going to be warm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do some trimming, weed eating and stuff tomorrow probably. You're almost 30 over up here.
Boy, that's hard to believe. Man, I can't believe that.
Well, you are. That processor, you're probably driving your amplifier better too. I don't know.
Yeah, let me take a look. Hola, hola. Boy, that right there on the Ola's with the processor on is, it's swinging up to between 700 and 750.
There you go. It's driving a little better. You're listening to yourself when you're talking, though, making you talk funny.
Yeah, I didn't mess with any of that today. There it is with the processor off, and I'm swinging, hola, 650 there.
Yeah, it's noticeably stronger with it on, I tell you. It's okay with it off, you know, because we're giving each other good signals. What are you getting on me right there? Hola.
You peaked at 20 over on me.
Okay. Yeah, you're hitting almost 30 sometimes up here.
Yeah, I think my needle's a little more stingy, though.
It might be. I got my processor on now. Let me do it again. Hola.
Yeah, on the Ola, it didn't do much, but right before you said Ola, it swung up to 25 over.
In my background?
No, it was your voice that swung it up there, but you peaked before you said Ola.
Yeah, it's what the processor does. It's flat tops, but it raises it up.
Yeah, it like I said, your processor sounds pretty good. It pinches the lows just a hair, but not very much at all.
It sounds, what I can tell, it sounds like it cut through maybe.
Well, you can go back later on in this video and you can watch it, and I know it's not an exact replica, but you can probably hear the difference in what it did to your audio.
Yeah, I can hear it in the monitor. I can tell it knocks some of the bottoms off, and it seemed like it I thought it might have increased the highs. I couldn't tell for sure. Knocking the bottom off a little bit would make the top end sound more clear, but I think it actually raises it a little bit too.
Yeah, it sounds like it's knocking the bottoms out more than it's increasing the highs, but it might be doing a little bit to the highs also.
I could adjust it probably and turn more bass into it, but now I'll leave it alone for now.
Yeah, if it's working for you, I wouldn't mess with it. Help you get some of them DX contacts, so I wouldn't mess with it, but I know how you are. You'll end up messing with it.
Yeah, sooner or later, if I think I can roll just a little bass into it, you know, without messing it up too much, just a little, all it needs is just a touch.
Yeah, it isn't much at all. And can you adjust that separately from your audio also?
Yeah, the processor has its own input and output.
Okay, yeah. Well, with my radio, it's got that parametric equalizer, and I got 9 of them for the regular radio, and then 9 for the processor.
Well, the way this one works is processor in. Actually, what it does is raises and lowers your compression level. You can watch it on the meter. And I think I got that set on 40% right now. It was just barely going up about 2-3 dB, just barely processing. And then on the mic gain, I got the processor on 55. You set both of them independently of each other. So when I turn it off, the mic gain's on 65. When I run the processor, it's on 55.
Okay. And I just thought of something. You may want to go back and listen to this video. It'll be 6/13, yesterday's date. But yesterday, while I was doing this, I realized, I just now realized it, I had my contour on, and sometimes that'll take out the lows. So go back and listen to this one and see if that helped the audio quality. You know, you can listen to it whenever you want.
Okay, alright, well, I'll make this a starting point for it, and I'm running with no processor right now if you're recording, and well, I thought I turned it on, I didn't. Now I got it on, so this is Alpha Bravo 9, November Alpha, with the processor now, so I know it changed me quite a bit.
It did. It changed you. I heard it before with no processor and then with the processor. So yeah, go to about the 48-minute mark of this video and you should be able to hear the difference.
Okay, good deal. I thought about turning the mic gain up 5% because it'll bring bass into it when I do that.
Did you do that?
Loud.
What was that? I doubled with you.
I said I thought about bringing the mic gain for the processor up 5% because when you do that, it kind of brings a little bit of bottom end in. But I figured it would make me too loud.
Well, try it. I'll listen here and try it. If you can do an AB, I'll be able to tell.
Okay, well, here's where I've had it set all along, and I don't expect this will make any difference. AB9NA for ID. And now we're still on 55%, and now I'm going to unkey and put it on 60 and come back. Okay, now we're doing the same exact thing, only we went from 55% to 60%. That either made it louder and sounds terrible, or it maybe added more bottom end in it a little bit. Which was it?
Alright, go back down to 55 real quick.
Okay, it's easy enough right there. We're back on 55% now, and I could even split the difference, you know, if it would matter.
No, it sounds good either way. I heard just a tad bit more on the low end at 60, so I'd run it at 60.
I should be throwing you a pretty good signal there, so if it ain't sounding too bad to you, it should be sounding good enough to everybody else.
Yeah, it sounds good. Still 20 over, but it's hanging around the 20 a lot closer than, you know, I'm not getting all that swing to it. But the audio sounds good, and that put a little bit of lows back in there.
Okay. I'll pause it a little bit and let it fall every now and then. And that thing, let's see, yeah, my amplifier likes it pretty well. Oh, yeah, it's going on up here pretty good. So anyway, that's noticeable. Okay, now that's processor all along, and I'm going to turn it off. Okay, now I'm back to normal with the processor off, and probably a whole bunch more lows, and nice and smooth sounding more so.
Yeah, the sound quality's better with it off, but going up to 60 sure didn't hurt nothing. I wouldn't go any more than that, because I could tell by the, you know, just the way the audio sounds, it's on the verge of trying to get on the hot side, but it's not there. So, like I said, I wouldn't go any higher than that.
Well, I could always turn it back down. Let me check something here.
Alrighty, AB9PF.
AB9NA. Hold on. I was checking my compression meter. It's turned down enough, I'm not getting any compression.
Okay, well, like I said, at 60 you'd be fine running it there. It's just loud, you know, and you're getting more out of it at 60, and the quality's still good enough that I wouldn't turn it back down to 55.
Okay, now, hold on. See, I can't get no compression. Wait a minute, that's SWR. Wrong meter. Okay, good God, that's AOC, that's good. I'll get the compression, and I am getting compression. I'm getting about 10 dB compression.
Well, I hope that's good. I don't know what the acceptable stuff is there, so as long as it's good, run it like that.
Yeah, well, I won't mess with it as long as it ain't sounding too nasty to you.
No, it sounds good. I doubled on the second half of that.
Yeah, I got it back on, so you can probably tell the difference.
Yeah, I can. It sounds good. I wouldn't it's not bad at all. Like I said, when you go back and watch this video, you'll be able to tell how it sounds. And I know the computer cuts a little bit of the audio out, but you'll still be able to hear what it sounds like.
Probably a lot more of punch too, and not worry what you sound like.
Yeah, it's got a lot of punch to it. I can hear that. It's got quite a bit of punch.
That's why we ended up running up to 65 with the processor off on the mic gains. Was 60. It was just as loud as 60, but when you went to 65, it filled it out more. So I think this did the same thing by going up to 60.
Yeah, it brought them lows back in, and I hope you can hear it when you play back the video, but I know I can hear it, and it sounds pretty good.
There you go. Let me turn it back on. And what kind of signal did you say you're getting on me most of the time now? About a 20?
Yep, right at a 20.
Okay, well you're getting a good full signal on it then anyway.
Yeah, it's loud. It sounds good.
DX busting mode.
Yep, it's definitely that. So I can see why it helped you before.
Yeah, I'm back on normal now. Now it's got the smooth sound to it.
Yeah, that sounds real natural there, and sounds real good.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah, this is a good Ragchew audio you got right here, and you know, with a processor, it's your DX busting mode.
Yeah, the other night, that guy in Moscow, I hollered at him a bunch of times, couldn't get him. I turned the processor on and got him the first time. Now, it might have been coincidence, but maybe not.
Well, you can't say it didn't help.
No, I think it did help. I spent 3 hours that day and weren't messing my audio all up. And one thing I did do is get that processor running where it's not, where it can actually help me now, you know, just the extra gear when I need it.
Yeah, it's definitely got that in there for you. Probably a couple gears.
Well, yours does too, but yours gives yours a little more quality.
That's hard to believe. I guess one of these days I'll have to have Mike record me and play it back with an AB so I can hear the difference.
That's what you'll have to do. He's got the best duplicator that I've heard. Have him do that, you'll like it.
Yeah, I'll do that. Man, oh man, I tell you what, running this amp in here, it warms this shack up. I've been thinking a lot lately about putting a window unit or something in here.
Yeah, it'll get hot. This 3500Z puts out a lot more heat than those do. But that puts out a lot of heat. So you say with the processor on, that thing's rolling about 700 plus.
Yeah, it's swinging up about 750 on the peaks here. So and when I tune, it's tuning for 650.
Yeah, it's smoking, I'll tell you that. For DX, for Ragchew, and you may not need it, but that thing sure is getting it, I tell you that. It does the same thing as mine does for me.
Oh yeah, I like it. I like it, and here in a little bit, I'm gonna go get a skillet, couple eggs, and set it back there. I bet after about 15 minutes, I'll have dinner.
Oh, you'll put it on top of the amplifier?
Yeah, There it is with the amp off. I don't know if you're hearing me. That's just 65 watts.
Oh, yeah, I hear you fine. Well, let me go down them barefoot. I was hearing you fine on 65. I went on and turned mine up to 100, so right there's 100 watts.
Yeah, you're peaking 10 over, almost 15 over.
Now, I just bet you, let me see, let me turn this off. I bet you kind of watch your meter, and I'm going to turn the processor on, see if I go up. I'm going to turn it on right. Now it's on. See if I went up any on my audio. I'm sure it is.
I got just about the same amount of signal, maybe just a hair more with the processor, but boy, your audio came up quite a bit.
Okay. That's enough monopolizing the frequency. Yeah, now you're talking about eggs. You end up having yourself here for long.
I know it. I'm hungry already, so I'm gonna have to go out there here shortly and raid the cabinets.
Yeah, I am too. Well, thanks for helping me get this thing set up good. I know it's ear busting loud, but boy, it sure gets them out there and across the water. All right, Ricky, we're gonna call it a night. Clear with you, 7-3, and have a good one down on your end, and anybody else out there that may be listening. Alpha Bravo 9, November Alpha.
Alrighty, sounds good, and I'm gonna follow suit. All of this talk about foods made me hungry. So with that, I'll say 73 to you, and anyone else out there also. 73, AB9PF.